I am Peggy McFadden. We have lived here for 34 years. And I've worked in several locations in the Lynchburg and Amherst area. So met a lot of people that way, currently employed in the Humane Society office. I am a graduate of Sweetbriar, 40 years ago next year. And we are very active in our church, so we've met a number of people that way.
I'm John McFadden. I've lived in Amherst more than half of my life. We've lived together on the farm for more than half of my life, but I actually was born and raised in New York City and ended up in Amherst County where I met Peggy at Sweetbriar, and the rest is history. I'm still here.
We are involved in St. Francis of Assisi Church in Amherst, involved with the Humane Society also in Amherst. The first experience with Endstation was Midsummer Night's Dream 2 years ago this summer. And we immediately expressed interest in what we could do to become involved within the theater. And then attended the Sonnets and Chocolates the next February and picked some stuff off the wish list that we could provide. And then I think, and bought season tickets for the following year. So we attended each of the performances that year, and then that fall we were invited to join the board.
Midsummer Night's Dream was a revelation to me. I really regretted almost immediately having missed the first, was it the first year?
Oh no, it was more than that.
More than that, however many, for being too busy, quote unquote too busy. What a loss that was for me and for us. And so after having seen Midsummer Night's Dream, having gotten some sense of what this theater company is capable of, we have not missed a show since then. In fact, it's generally the rule that we come to multiple performances of each show because we just really can't get enough. And I think what happened was they got so used to turning around and seeing me standing there that they gave me something to do. So we're now decided to become more actively engaged, both in terms of giving our time and money in support of Endstation, because they deserve it. To put on productions of the quality and that they do, and the planning that they do, this is a year-round commitment on their part to put the summer festival together. It takes a lot from them, and I think they deserve every bit of help we're able to provide in whatever form we can provide. Coming back because we love theater, and the opportunity within 15 minutes drive from home to be able to sit out on a lawn and watch Hamlet performed in sunset by the dairy barn and have a picnic and visit with friends, and have Hamlet stand 5 feet away and deliver his soliloquy, and there were no lines, no parking problems. I mean, this is heaven. We love what they do, and we love being a part of helping them do it.
Show to this point has been Hamlet. Partly the opportunity to see it more than once, and partly just the level of excellence was phenomenal. And that one we did see more than once. So I look forward to many more equally stunning performances.
Which we're fully confident are forthcoming, because it's really difficult to pick one clear winner. They're all so good. It's one of the things that impresses me about this group is the consistency and the quality of what they produce. I just have loved everything that we've come to see. We've wondered different shows, whether there are any individual actors that have stood out. And I think the answer is yes, but I think it varies from show to show, because it's really a question of marrying an actor's strengths with a role in a particular play. And so who might have stood out tonight will be different from who might stand out at the next performance or the next show that they're going to put on. And I've really been very impressed with the consistent quality of the acting and the actors that Endstation has brought to the stage here in Amherst.
Yes, I would agree with that, because one of the distinct pleasures of the Endstation productions is that there is not necessarily one person that always stands out as being, this is the primary acting resource of the company, and we can put that person in every play and have it be a big success, but that all of the performers carry the play with lots of strength. And while we can see various performers in different roles, you're not so focused on necessarily that individual, but you get to focus on the performance. Booth at Endstation is very unique because of the location, both interior theater and outside theater. But I must admit, one of the big draws for us is being able to attend outdoor theater 15 minutes from home. And that will definitely keep us coming back every time, with lots of pleasure for the indoor performances also.
One of the things that I think unquestionably makes Endstation Theater unique is their sense of location and their use of location. Sweetbriar is one of the most beautiful campuses in the country. I know that. I've known that all the time that I've lived here, but how often have I really had the opportunity to benefit from that, appreciate that firsthand, like I have since I've gotten engaged in Endstation Theater, and have been able to enjoy Midsummer Night's Dream in the Dell, to enjoy Hamlet at the Dairy Barn. We're going to have Twelfth Night at the train station. I just think that's brilliant, and I don't know of any other theater company that does anything like that. I think Endstation Theater Company is a gift to this community, and I think anybody who is a part of this community owes it to themselves to take advantage of that gift. I think they're missing out, as I had missed out for the first several years of Endstation being here, by not taking advantage of it. It's so easy to do, it's so inexpensive to do, and it is so much fun to do. I think having culture available to us at arm's reach, like Endstation makes possible, is just magnificent. I am so happy they're here, and I spread that message to all of our friends. In fact, we bring them, we make them come. The first thing that I would suggest to anybody that does not already know about Endstation Theater is to come to a show. Come to another show. Bring friends to the third show. Get involved by coming and taking advantage of what Endstation has to offer. And I think the rest will just follow from there. As they fall in love with what Endstation is doing and who these people are, I think a further involvement will just grow of its own accord.
I agree with that. I believe the best place that the majority of people can get involved is just attend performances, as many as you can, and bring your friends and family and keep coming back. Beyond that, certainly provide some additional financial support and any volunteer effort that you'd like to provide. I believe everybody involved would be more than happy to accept, because it's only going to keep the theater company continuing and growing and spreading their message.
I would agree with the second point that Peggy made. Enjoying what Endstation produces is where it starts, but it's not inexpensive to produce it. We've learned that more by being on the board and participating more actively in the planning for the seasons and all that sort of thing. And the ticket prices actually help, but they do not fund an operation like this. And so those who can be generous should be generous in helping make this happen for the community. I sincerely believe that.
I believe that those of us who have had experience working in the business world prior to this are lucky enough to be able to provide that experience in supporting an organization such as Endstation. We're not actors, directors, but we can take the talents and financial position that we're in now to help to make sure that a company like Endstation succeeds and continues as long as possible.
I guess the last thought that I would have about Endstation Theater is not so much about the theater company itself as much as the people in it. They're a wonderful group of people who work very hard at what they believe in. They're living their passion, and I find it actually inspirational to be allowed to be close to that, to be part of that. I've always believed that people should do what they love, and these people live that. And I'm delighted to be a part of the organization at any